Okay, so we're doing a little bit extra work with our balancing equations. This is your extra assignment for balancing equations. I expect you to do at least 10. I wanted you to do 10, so including the one that we're doing right here, do at least 10 of them, because I want to try to get used to it, because we're still doing types of reactions, and we're doing our balancing equations. All right, so let's start with this. So if we look, remember, here's a little cheat sheet to remember. So we have DR, so double replacements is all compounds. SR is element and compound on both sides. And then you have S is one product. D, or decomposition, is one reactant. And combustion is always going to have CO2 and H2O as products. All right. Now, with that being said, if we look in this particular one, we are going to have compound, 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 so that makes this a double replacement. So all we need to do is we need to separate it out. So we have H, we have P, we have O, and we have K on both sides. So we have our reactant and our product side, or left, right, doesn't matter to me, however you want to write it. So hydrogen, we have 3, 4, so 3 plus 1 is 4. On this side we have 2. In our O's we have 4, nothing else there, and 1, so that's 5, and then we have 4 and 5, so that's 5 there. And then for potassiums we have 1 on this side and 3 on this side, and then P we have 1 on each side. So pretty simple, don't have to do anything. Remember, I highly suggest you doing this in pencil so that way you don't have to mess up. So if we look at hydrogen, we can do hydrogen first? No, because the rule, remember, if we go back to it, we don't want to do hydrogen or oxygen first if we don't have to. So potassium is the only one that we can do anything with. So let's multiply it by 3. So we'll put our 3 there. So now we have 3 O's and 4 O's. So now we have 7 O's on this side. And we have 3 and 6, so it's 6 total H's over here. So our phosphorus is still the same. Our P's are balanced, K's are balanced, so we just need to balance our O's and our H's. So let's do H first because it's not an odd number. So we do 3 here, and oh, look at that, it gets it to 6, and 3 times 1 is 3, plus 4 gives us 7. So our ratio is 1 to 3 to 1 to 3, and that's our ratio. You do not have to do it, but I would suggest doing it. Now, what you're going to do on the next one is we're going to change it up a little bit. Now, with number 4, we are looking at having 2 reactants and 1 product. Remember, 1 product is our synthesis. So for this one, we have just synthesis. All right. So we look at carbons and sulfurs. So we have our reactants and our products. So with our reactants and products, we're looking at 1 C over there, and we have 1 C in our product side. But we have 8 S's on our reactant side and 2 S's on our product side. So we need to make sure that we are going to balance it out. So the easiest thing to do is just put a 4 here. But the problem with that is it balances out our S's, but it screws up our C's. So now we just do the simplest thing possible. We just put a 4 next to our c, and that balances out. So our ratio is 4 to 1 to 4. All right? And that's all for today. So that's just to help you out, to remind you how to do your balancing equations. All right? If you have any questions, let me know.